exciting to be here and to see all these faces here. My name is Beverly Grant, and I'm a Denver native, and I've done all my schooling, K through college, right here in the city. So environment is a word that I'm really passionate about, and I want to look to you, sir, because I loved what you said when you started planting seeds out there about the definition of environment. Because definitions, that's what gets us in trouble, that's what defines us, that's what keeps us in boxes, etc. So this whole notion of environment, of environmental education, all of these things, partnerships, collaborations, environment kind of brings all of that together because it depends on where you live, who's around you, and then what's in your neighborhood. What's in your neighborhood? I wanted to say, I love that exercise, Katie, that how you kind of brought us together when you said, stand up if you do environmental education here, if you do it here. And some of you may have noticed I was standing up a lot. That was not accidental. That was intentional. And that was something else I wanted to say, that education is intentional. It's targeted, it's designed, you know. And education is not a stagnant thing. It's an evolving thing. Education is regenerative. It's something that's got to happen over and over. It's going to happen over and over. And in my travels, because I'm kind of up there, I stumbled across this thing called permaculture design. I was like, Bing, oh my God, I love this. I love this. You know, because one way of describing permaculture would be it's a design science based on nature. Now, let's look at nature. Most of us immediately go to the natural world. We think trees, grass, birds, blue sky. That's great. Let's look around this room. This is nature also. Every face you see, the air we're breathing, the things we're looking at. It's also a depiction of environment in this moment right now. One thing I would like us to do, because I like to be interactive. Okay, can we make a triangle? Just like make a triangle, okay. Now, I've been in, you know, a lot of us in our educational process, we say, we gotta get down to the three. All right, and I heard some cool threes today, listening to people. Jenny, okay, your three was access, information, education. Bing, there's her three, okay? Then, when I listen to you, stewardship, environment, responsibility, you know, that's his three, okay? Then you. Now, a lot of things, I'm still trying to ratchet it down. Whirling around. But, for sure, food self-reliance, okay? Food self-reliance. Now that has got to be one of our points on this triangle, food self-reliance. Now that conversation kind of came up a little bit. Now we got to go over here to my man, Mr. Ito. Now, I love that OG he brought in here. We all need to be OGs in here, organic gardeners. And we all need to be a part of our own food solution to some degree. That was another message you were getting out there. And also, we got to look at what is our environment? Let's start at home. That's our first environment. How is that? Then when we tool around the neighborhood, that's our environment expanded. And when we start going to work, that's still our environment, our friends. You know, so as we see, our environment is kind of like an amoeba. It's wherever we are in the moment. Its form and shape kind of conform to where we are in that moment. That's why consciousness and education are important, because those are our constant drivers wherever we are at any moment. And so, for me, I would say my threes, when I look at my thing, food self-reliance, preservation. Now, the reason I picked that word, for a lot of reasons, not just thinking about in the kitchen and canning, but it's also about tradition from way back. It's about stewardship, you know. That's something we gotta keep on remembering. We gotta remember that. We gotta continue that. But then I would say my other point might be, say, two things with a slash, education / cultivation. And those three things, you know, are gonna keep us connected to each other. They're gonna keep us connected to the land. And then we gotta talk about relationships. Relationships. That's that glue that keeps everything together. If we're in the natural world, the relationships that are invisible to us, that's what's keeping that together. Here in this room, us here from CAEE, from wherever we came from, our relationships, that's what brought us in this room today. Our mission, that's what brought us into this room today. And so I want to say that I am a non-traditional education, environmental educator, because I might be at church, I might be like yesterday down at the Capitol. They need a lot of education down there. Then I think about, I might be in the streets around my neighborhood, I might be at the rec center, you know, anywhere I go, that's an EE education moment. Anywhere y'all go, it's an EE education moment. Whole Foods, if I'm in there. But wherever, you know, I want us to remember what this gentleman said about environment. You know, we never leave environment, so don't forget that. Thank you for listening.